Hey guys, Room Picker here, and today we are doing an entry into the Suki 100K giveaway. He wants us to pick 3 locks in under 5 minutes. So today I got 3 challenge locks for you. The first challenge lock I got for you, key works just fine. This one is by Williams Brain, and here is the bidding on the key. Nothing too crazy. You can see we got a nice engraving on this side of the kick cylinder, and we got his initials and the year on this side as well. He made his out of a Yale kick cylinder. So that's going to be lock number 1 that we pick. Lock number 2 is of unknown origin. It is a challenge lock. Here is the bidding on the key. I don't know who made it or what the name of the challenge lock is, so I'm just going to call it unknown. But it's in an interesting holder. I've never seen a kick holder like this. It's probably for actual physical installation, but it's a Schlage kick cylinder challenge lock. And then lastly, the third one we have is Yabend 2. Key works good. Here's the bidding on this key. And you can see we got a little bit of engraving here. And we got Yabend engraved on this side as well. And it is also a Yale style keyway. So we are going to transition the video. We're going to move these locks into the correct orientation, and we're going to begin picking in just a second. All right, guys, we have Williams Folly in the vise right now. We are going to pick that one first, and then we'll pick the unknown challenge lock, and then we will pick Yabend 2. So let's get the timer started and begin picking. Alexa, set a 5-minute timer.
5 minutes, starting now.
All righty. There we go. There we go. We got the first open. Let's go ahead and take this out of the vise. Put the second one in. Alexa, how much time is left on the timer?
You have 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on your 5-minute timer.
Alrighty. Here is lock number 2. This is the unknown challenge lock and unknown maker. There we go, there's false set. There we go, we get the second open. All right, we have one more left to do. This is Yabend 2. Alexa, how much time is left on the timer?
You have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on your 5-minute timer.
All right, we got the third lock open. Alexa, how much time is left on the timer?
You have 2 minutes left on your 5-minute timer.
Alexa, cancel timer.
5-minute timer canceled.
Alrighty, so we got all 3 locks open. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video again, and I'm going to gut Williams Folly first, and then we're going to analyze what's in that lock, and I'll do the same for the other 2 locks. So be right back. Alright guys, here is the guts for the first challenge lock we did. This one is Williams Folly. Here is the key. This is a hand cut key. You can see the tool mark right there. Pretty good bidding. Oh, come on. And we have an engraving on the Bible, Williams Folly. And then it says WB Williams Brain 2020. And let's see if there's any mods in the core. Come on. Trying to find a good angle. Does not appear that there's any mods in the core. Let's see, what can I do to show you guys better? That's probably... I'm trying a new setup and I'm learning as I go. Let's do this. There we go, that's good. Oh, that's perfect right there. I like that. Yeah, so no mods to the core. Oh, come on. Work with me. Here's the plug. Now you see these little marks on the top here. That is to allow the plug to turn smoother. But there appears to be tool marks on the interior of these. Looks like he was attempting lips or threading on a couple of these chambers. These ones here are smooth, this is smooth. So two and 3 seem to have these tool marks on them. Let's go ahead and zoom in on these pins. So for custom pins, this one is stock. Driver pin 1 is stock. Custom on 2, custom on 3, stock on 4, custom on 5, and stock on 6. Let's take a second to look at this pin in particular. You can see really good tool work on this one. There we go. Acts kind of like a hourglass, a serrated hourglass. And then these serrated are very uniform and very sharp, so they catch on pretty nicely. So we get counter rotation on 3, 4, and 6. We get a false set on 1, and the rest of these are all standard, these bottom pins, and just serrated on 2 and 5. We get clicks on 2 and 5. So that is the Williams Folly challenge lock. I'm going to cut here, and we're going to look at the unknown challenge lock here now in a second. All right, so here is the guts for the unknown challenge lock that we picked. Some great pin work, but the mystery deepens. You can see we got that mangled spring on 6. I had to gut from the top to get it out, but it's different from the other ones. I don't know if that's intentional or if that's how it came. I'm not sure. But let me show you these core mods. So there's nothing done to any of these chambers except for the last chamber. So chamber 5, they drilled out and threaded it, which is awesome. And looking at the Bible, you can see on chamber 6 or 5, sorry, they threaded that as well. The rest of these chambers are not populated with any mods. So chambers 5 entirely through are threaded. But if we look at this pin work, if you look at 5, those are both standard pins. There's no interaction with those mods whatsoever. You would think that would be the chamber 3 should be in chamber 5, but I checked and the key pin definitely doesn't fit in that chamber 5, and it makes sense to pair it with that one because it would be a seamless transition when you pick it, because the threading is so uniform that you'd be hard pressed to hear the difference in clicks from one click to the other. But that is kind of the mystery right here. You can see that 4 is what gave us that deep falset, and then we had the drop out of it when we counter rotated on 1. But let me show you this awesome pin work here, because it is pretty nice pin work. So let me grab this real quick. You can see we got a nice looking spool there. Whoops. Here's our threaded top pin, or sorry, threaded key pin. Those threadings are very uniform and very nice. I think he did it with a jeweler's saw, which I should try doing with my jeweler's saw. Here is the key pin for it, and you can see it's got that top on here. Let's see. Sorry. See, it's got the top there. Interesting enough, it's not orientated that direction, probably so the key doesn't snag. Let's look at this one. This one is also very interesting. So we got that tapered top on here, but it's facing this direction, so this bottom is actually touching the key pin. So you don't get a lot of, you don't get the overset, or sorry, the underset action for this pin, but still nice looking nonetheless. And then the last custom pin we have is this one right here. It's a nice little spool. It's kind of thin, so you got to be careful not to ream on it and break the neck. Got that weird top on it as well. But that is the unknown challenge lock. Let's go ahead and cut here, and we will move on to Ya Bend. All right, here is the third challenge lock. This one is Ya Bend, and you can see we got some nice custom pins here. No mods done to the core. Let's move this light over just a little bit so we can see better. And no mods done to the Bible. You can see down in there, there's no mods. Do got this awesome engraving, which we saw in the video. let's take a look and zoom in on these pins. Whoops. So they rounded out the top or the bottom of the driver pins, and 2 of them are serrated. That's what gave us a lot of that counter rotation and clicking. There is some mods done to key pin 1, but the rest are standard, but that's more so just to force overset and catch on the shear line. Let's take a look at some of these. I'm not going to show them all because a lot of them are uniform. Oops, sorry, there we go. You can see it's almost like a gin bottle, but it's tapered at the top to give that counter rotation. And then here is the serrated one that they made. You can see those serrations are nice and sharp and uniform. And then here is the key pin with the serrated top. So key pin 1 has a serrated top. Driver pins 1 and 4 are serrated, and then you have the gin style pins on 2, 3, and 5. That gives you the counter rotation because they're balled at the bottom. And then here is our key. Interesting enough, the key looks the same. It doesn't look like he hand cut it, but for some reason it looks like he cut away at the key here. I don't know, that's just more cosmetic or something. Maybe it had the bidding on there or something like that. So that is the Bend challenge lock. That is the 3rd one we picked. And hopefully you guys like this content. Like I said, I'm trying out a lot of new stuff to try to get better content, better angles, better lighting, better audio. So any feedback is welcome, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.